So my name is Perry Brooks. I'm a partner in NZ Development here in Bend, Oregon. This is our first development project, a single family house. We're located at 14th and Albany in downtown Bend. So the main house is 1,889 square feet, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. And the ADU is 599 square foot living space above a garage and storage area. And it is a 1-bedroom, 1 bath. So the overall wall system for the house and the ADU are what you call SIP panels, which are structurally insulated panels. Mostly they're comprised of 6 to 8 inch rigid insulation. For the most part, there are no 2x4s or 2x6s in these walls. It's all foam. SIP houses are typically about 40% stronger than stick frame houses. And their R value is anywhere from R38 to R32 in the walls, which is triple code, and R52 to 56 in the ceiling, which is also another SIP panel that is 12 inches thick. It wasn't any more expensive, especially now given wood product prices have gone up 60% in the last 6 months. In using the SIP panels, we only had 1 trailer full of trash. Usually with SIP panels, you produce 79% less waste than you do with stick framing. We air sealed it with Aero Barrier. We started with a 5.5 ACH, and by the end of the process of doing the Aero Barrier, we were down to a 0.6 with the house and down to a 0.3 with the ADU. We use mini split heat pump, and we use the energy recovery ventilation for our exhaust air and fresh air. We do have 4 inches of insulation underneath the slab and then 4 inches inside of the stem walls as well. But the house is completely electric. Induction stove and cooktop. We also use triple pane windows, and our U on these windows is a 0.19, which is extremely efficient. Both the house and the ADU will have heat pump water heaters, which will help with the circulation of the air through the house. On this house and the ADU, we have a combined system of 11.78 kilowatt hours, 37 panels. Then they're size enough for the house, the ADU, and to charge an electric car for up to 12,000 miles a year. The tax incentive definitely helps the homeowner when they purchase the house to get that 26% back. We did have rebates from the Energy Trust, and the ROI after tax incentive will probably be 7 to 10 years. They will have no energy bills. They will be saving upwards of $3,000 a year on energy and putting that towards the system. Yes, it was a little more expensive on the front end, but it's definitely worth it on the back end. And that's how we got to net zero. Pretty straightforward. Getting to net zero is pretty easy. We're not using any new technology. This technology has been around for 50, 60 years. We're just doing it better. Building a net zero house really is just a better house. It's more durable. It's more environmentally friendly. There's no carbon footprint once it's done, and you don't have any energy bills for the life of the house. I finished architecture school 23 years ago with the intention of going into sustainable single-family design, and my career went into the public realm for the first 22 years as a landscape architect. So coming back to doing this type of work is really coming full circle for me, and it just seemed like it was the right time. With the energy code changing in Oregon in 2.5 years to be net zero, we thought we'd be ahead of the game and get out in front of everybody else who's doing it. I believe it is profitable. There is more money, especially with the solar. The rest of the systems, the HVAC systems, and all that, the ERVs are comparable in price to any other conventional HVAC system. We had no problem selling this house whatsoever. We had it on the market for about a week, and it was essentially sold twice in that time frame. We wanted to show people that we can build a very nice contemporary house, having a net zero and not compromise on design or finishes. We were able to definitely use Energy Trust of Oregon. Now we're at net zero, we're at the highest tier for incentives. So we're receiving about $23,000 back from Energy Trust at the end of the day. Feels like we're on the cusp of big changes environmentally. A lot of the old-time, developers and builders just aren't interested in new technologies. That's the old guard. I think the new guard, people coming out of architecture school, are really interested and solely focused on high performance, and I think that will eventually trickle down into the building community, so things will inevitably change.